Hello everybody. In this video I want to take a look at this handy talkie from INTEK. This one comes from the 90's, so 30 years old. And I remember when I was young, I was a kid, I had the catalog from INTEK, and there were this and many other products. My CB as well, and my other portable, my other HT. So I found this on internet for sale, and it was quite cheap. I paid 20 euros. It was appearing to be in good, very nice condition. So I couldn't miss it. I was curious to have one of these in mind. It's pretty big. It's not heavy. Without the battery, actually, it's quite light, but it's big. It's like a brick, and yeah, I'm curious to see how it works. Now the CB band in Italy is free for the users. Don't have to declare or pay any fee, so it's very easy to get a radio and get on the band. Anyway, let's take a look at this radio. Let's see if it needs a little bit of care, and we will test it with the Marconi test set. And by the way, it's a 40 channel, 5 watts maximum. I probably won't do 5 watts, but anyway, and it's AM and FM. You can fit it with 8 AA batteries or 10 rechargeable batteries, or even from external DC power. It's got some neat features like the display can go off to save the battery. Not that will draw much, but anyway. High and low, FM. We'll take a look as I take it out of the box. This is the side of the box. As you can see, it's pretty big. This is my hand. These are the characteristics. The usual CB band, 40 channels. Can work on 12.5 volts. The audio is 500 milliwatts on 8-ohm speaker. We can take a look at the sensitivity as well. 10 dB, 0.5 microvolt for 10 dB, as signal noise ratio, and 0.25 in FM for the same ratio. Yeah, let's see the current draw between 500 milliamps and 1.2 amps. So it's pretty thirsty. Okay, this is an TX. Okay, so if you go on low power, it says here, it should be 500 milliamps, and on high power, 1.2 amps. 1.5 deviation, 90 to 100% AM modulation. Okay, so let's take it out of the box and take a look at it. Okay, so let's take it out. Not sure what this is for. 32 volts, 2 amps. But it appears to be good. Then we've got 2 battery replacers, because when you put 8 AA, then you will put this in place of 2 batteries left. This is a short, so you can close the circuit. I guess, huh? It's the first time I open it. This is the antenna. It's a BNC antenna. It's flexible, but not too much. If we compare this antenna with my other antenna from my HT, you see, it's a bit different. It appears to be It looks like there's something here in the middle, and there are two coils. Anyway, I will check the antenna against mine with the network analyzer. And last but not least, the body of the radio. So, it's in very good shape. All the labels are intact. Here you can change channel, PTT button. Here we got volume, on, off volume, squelch, the two jacks for the microphone. I think it's the same standard as ICOM and Kenwood. Here we've got the label, it's intact as well. So, yeah, just a little bit of dust, but no scratches. Really, really nice. Here you put the batteries. There's a hole in here. What do we? We've got a screw there, just a screw, 1, 2, 3, and 2 screws here. So you want to use all the batteries go in here, all the way down. So you put 3 here, 3 in the middle, 3 on the right, and it's 9 plus 10, the last one. Okay, so I have 10 batteries, rechargeable ones. The ones I use for my MFJ antenna analyzer. So let me put the battery on. Okay, so you wanna put the batteries in the right direction. This one goes like this, and then you push it. Then you push them down to the end, and here we go. The first row is done. Now in reverse, 1, 2, and 3. Last row, again with the plus towards like this, 2 and 3. Also the contacts appear to be good, no corrosion, which is very nice. And the last one, there you go. So we've got all the batteries in place. Let's close the vein. There's also this handy latch for securing the radio. By the way, there's a speaker here and the microphone is here. So if you put it like aside on your face, it's like a telephone. Anyway, so yeah, if you put the antenna here, let me get this out of the way. So let's switch it on. There you go. Channel 9. Squelch is off. Max volume. FM. And you can see got a light illuminating. Squelch. High and low power. There's no light indication. You just have to look at the switch when it's in. It's in low power, as written here. When it's high, when it's out, it's high. Off display. Well, actually, it switches off just the channels, because if I activate the lights here, they will come on. And the channel selector, changing channels and going back. Looks like the down button doesn't work as well as the up button. So the up button is changing the channel very well in one channel step. The down button has a different feeling under my finger, and I jump 2 channels. You see, I now jumped 7 channels. Okay, and if you push, so this one needs me to take a look at it. And then you've got the push to talk. So let's go on channel 20, switch on my other CB, and let's transmit. There you go. Test 1 2. So if I transmit Test, test, test. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, test. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. On AM. Let's switch on FM. Test, test. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Test, test, test. Okay, no scratchy sounds. So let's give it a bit of cleaning, and then we'll take a look inside to see how it looks. If we can see that somebody has been in already, and I'll take a look at the channel button. So let's go ahead. Okay, I gave it a nice cleaning. With first I removed the dust with this, and then I have used the alcohol to clean the displays and lenses. So we've got the display now is clean. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you know, it was already in very good shape. So the radio is now nice and clean, and we'll take a peek inside. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just this one. Okay, so this is the mic. 400 milliwatts, not 500, as is stated in the specs. So we can disconnect the speaker, no problem, and probably we can take off the mic as well, I guess. Yes, we can. So these out of the way, I will take off some dust from inside as well. Just a bit of dust inside, not much. I have finished my compressed air, so it's not a big issue. It's fine. It looks fine. So I'll get this out of the way. This is the microphone. Okay, not sure why I've got these two. Okay. Let me see if I can remove this. It should come off. This plastic should come off. I don't see any other screw. But I want to be gentle. I can clean the buttons as well. I can remove them actually, I believe, and I can wash them. 1, 2 and 3. There's a spacer there which is not present on this button, but nevertheless okay, bit of a visual inspection. Here is our button. Put it down, we'll take a look at it. I have to remove the display board, 3 LEDs which are not perfectly aligned. Maybe I can align them a little bit. I'll take a look. Maybe I have to desolder them, but it's not a big deal. Crystal oscillator. Ah, here we've got a trimmer cap, which I believe is for frequency. Now, before here we got some adjustments. I didn't find any schematic, any information on this radio so far. Looks like this coil here. Maybe it's been adjusted in the factory to trim the inductance. So here's the button. There's the crystal oscillator with a trimmer cap. Okay. And to take the board out, I'm not sure I need to take it out, but let me see. Here's the push to talk mechanism. And the PTT is here, so it's not aligned, but it's working well. We might need to unscrew these two here, like this, off camera. And what else? Antenna connector on the back. I want to take off the back cover. Let me do that. Let me see if I can do it without breaking anything. Okay, as soon as I opened the back cover, the positive lead got loose from his soldering point, and the negative is also not looking very nice. So I will reflow the joints. Let me get the two wires out so I can separate the battery holder from the body of the radio. Okay, I separated the back cover. Now this is how it looks inside. Not sure if this is from the factory, but not sure. Here we can see a couple of signs from the soldering iron burning the plastic. It looks like, I mean, if it's done from the factory, it's not done very nicely. So all these joints looks like they are from factory, and there's a bit of a mess around this area. But anyway, the radio was working, so for now I'll leave it as it is. Not sure if there's any modes for extending channels, but not really needed anyway. So yeah, I'll take a look at the BNC screw as it can become loose, and then I'll take out the little board for the down channel. Okay, now I'm having a look at this area here. All these solder joints looks to be original, but this area, somebody's been here before. I have removed some residues from yeah, somebody went for cleaning, but yeah, there are, I see a few solder joints to be needing to be reflown, and this is the coax leaving for the external connector. So this is the area where we've got the final transistor amplifier, which I believe to be this one, and then probably there is this low pass filter matching network, and yeah, the coax starts then from here, from this area, and it goes up. So I will reflow here because it doesn't look super nice, and this is a shielding which is not connected. Is this shielding here, and I want to connect the radio to the Marconi test set and see how it performs before I do anything else. So I see here this resistor. This has been put manually on this component here. I don't know. I couldn't find anything on internet. I couldn't find the electrical schematic diagram. I couldn't find any PDF. I couldn't find much. There's another one here. So I'm not sure. So I have to take a look and maybe try to look better on internet. Also, what is this? This is the transistor. Okay, with 3 legs, I guess. Space collector emitter. Okay. Okay. So I'll have a look at these solder points and give it a clean, and then I will concentrate on the button, and then we test it on the test set. Okay, I have cleaned the board. I have reflown some solder joints. I checked this cable which goes from the final stage amplifier up to the BNC connector. I think this is not a 50 ohm coax cable, but nevertheless I have disconnected the cable here and terminated 50 ohm. Then I have checked the cable using this port as an input, and it was showing okay, except that there's a ceramic cap 80 puff or so in parallel that's upsetting the 50 ohm resistive impedance, but I believe they put it there for some reason, maybe for matching the antenna. I don't know. I will check this antenna later on. So I'll leave it like this for now. There are some resistors, as I said before, which I don't know if they are factory stock. I have to look for some pictures on internet if I could find anything. Okay, so that's okay. Let's go now to the button, to the down, to the down button, which is not providing a good contact. Okay, I have taken the small PCB with the 2 buttons. I have taken it off, and I don't have one button to replace. This is the down button. The click is working, so probably it's just a bit of dirtiness. I have reflown a little bit the 3 solder joints for the flat cable. These 2 are basically let me see. The up button will close down the circuit between this pin and this pin, the outer pins, and the down button will close, which is here, which will close the circuit between the center one and this one. And in fact, these 2 pins were not looking very nice, but I don't think that was the problem. The problem must be the button, but I have reflown the solder joints anyway. And I put the button on the in horizontal like this. And I left it there with some contact spray to penetrate, and then I have activated the button a little bit, and hopefully it will work. Hopefully it will work. Let's see. Well, now that I have reinstalled the little board, there's a detail that I have noticed, which is that the plastic button, I don't know if you can see it, but the plastic button, when I push the button, it's not really centered with the real button. It pushes on a side, and it should go more, a little bit further down the whole board, but it cannot go further down because it's stuck at the end. So I will try to take out a small piece on the corner, to just enough for the board to go 1 millimeter, I think is enough further down to have a nice push on the button. Take out a little bit, just a tiny bit of the board in the corners, and with a fine saw, and to me now it looks okay. Let's see. It's quite centered. Oh, okay. Well, just need to check if it works. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Okay, I have reinstalled the bottom cover, soldered the 2 wires. Now I'm going to use the external DC. We'll provide 12.5. Yeah, let me just check the voltage before, just to double check with a multimeter that I'm feeding the right DC volts. Okay, providing 12 volts. Okay, setting the voltage, and the radio is on. Let me check the channels. So up and down, up. Let me see. You don't see it very well through the camera, but I see much better with my naked eye. Let me see if I can get. No, for some reason the camera is not picking up nicely the digits. Anyway, up. That's 20. Well, you have to trust me on this. I'm pushing the down button now, and every time I push I get 1 channel change. So it's definitely working well now. Well, the radio's on again. I have connected the speaker as well. Okay. I want to check the current drawn. So on AM without squelch is about 100 milliamps. In FM with some noise from the speaker 122. So it's not very thirsty on RX. We'll now connect the radio to the test sets, and we check reception and transmission. Okay, we are now connected to the test set. We are on channel 20. 27205 on AM with 30%. Let's make it 50%, 1 kilohertz tone. I don't know how it's defined, but anyway, the box is saying, the box is saying 0.5 microvolts, 10 dB signal noise ratio. I haven't connected the audio to get the signal noise ratio from the test set, but we can listen to it. 0.5 microvolts. This is how it sounds, which is minus 113 dBm. Let's see. You hear the tone? This is minus 122. So obviously we cannot define the signal to noise ratio, but we can clearly see that minus 120 dBm, the radio is still receiving the tone. Okay, let's check on FM now. So put the modulation, and then we put 1.5 kilohertz. Activate the FM. You can hear the carrier, and this is the tone. We are level minus 120 once again. Let's go up to 0.25 microvolts, which is what is specified on the box. And you can hear that the sound is quite good. So later on, I will conduct the tests, getting the audio cable. But for now, I'm happy that the radio is performing quite well. Let's check the TX side. Okay, ready now on for the TX test. We're on AM, but I want to check the power first. So we can read the power here. Let me transmit, and we can also check the offset from the right frequency. So I'm on low power mode now. I will transmit. I'm drawing 440 milliamps. I got 600 milliwatts, and we are 360 hertz off frequency. Okay, so that will be 27,204.6664, something like that. So we can adjust the frequency, adjusting the this little pot there, the trim cap, sorry. Yeah, the low power mode should, in low power mode, we should have 500 milliwatt. No, sorry. There you go. Well, it's not written here, but I think I read somewhere that that should be like 300 milliwatts, something like that. Very, very low power. We will see if there's a way to adjust that power. Anyway, so let's put it on frequency first. Let me get a screwdriver. Okay, you're looking at the Marconi. I will transmit and adjust the little capacitor in order to be a bit closer to the right frequency. So once again, transmit. Let's see. There you go. A very small change, and we went on the other side. Okay, 50 hertz. That's good for me. That's good enough. 40 hertz. That's perfect. So, yeah. Let's check the other channels. Let me go on channel 40, for example. Channel 40, auto tune, and let's transmit again. There you go. 27, 405, 18 hertz, 16 hertz, perfect. 600 milliwatts. Let's have a look around at the spectrum. Spectrum looks nice. So far so good. Go on channel 1. Should be 27965. There you go. 27965 008. Well, that's wonderful. Very nice. That is done. Now I want to check yeah, modulation, AM, FM, deviation, and we will see if what we can adjust with these three. Well, it's probably one is deviation, one is depth, AM depth, and the other one is something else. I have to look on internet to see if I can find any other information. I want to have a look as well at the larger spectrum, so bear with me a sec. Okay, and now I'm looking at the spectrum with 10 megs per division. We are centered about 51. Let's go 51 megs, just because I don't want to see the zero frequency spike there. Let me see, 50, if I get 50 megs. Yeah, that's fine. So 27 should be around here, okay? So here should appear our carrier. There you go. So the spectrum looks okay up to 100. There's a little spike here. Let's zoom in to have a look. Okay, so this one is 1.5 megs above. So it's yeah, about 2864. The level is the level of the spike is here. Okay, sorry about that. Is here minus 25. So it's a spike. I mean, it's a residual. That's fine. Minus 25 dBm. It's absolutely no problem. Okay, now we still need to check the high power setting. So we are on channel 27205, and I want to check the high power setting. We can look the power here. Let's go on high power. Let's see how the current draw as well. Okay. Let me get the ref level down 10 dB. So I'm drawing 800 milliamps, and with 12 volts we've got 2.8 watts. So that is not so good. I hope this can be improved. Now that the circuit is warming up, the frequency is drifting down a little bit. Let me get it. Okay. So yeah, 2.8 watts, and I'm with the external power supply, not even using the batteries. So that's not very good. Hopefully I can do something about it. We'll see. Spectrum wise, is fine. Okay. I was trying to check the modulation a little bit, and I found out that the modulation was not passing through. So I could hear no voice in either AM, FM, nothing. And probably just because I was messing around with the wires. That's why, look what happened. Well, first I got the wire disconnected here on the microphone. And then now just messing around a little bit. I thought the problem was there, but there appears to be okay. look what happens. There's a joint here for some reason. So let me get this fixed. If I get a new cable, let's see. Okay, so I found out what these 3 trimmers are doing just by turning them. I got lucky actually when I first bet. So I was trying to adjust the AM modulation, the depth of modulation. So this one in the middle is for the AM modulation. I think it's labeled, I don't know, but anyway, it's this one in the middle. This one is labeled RV3, as you can see. This one is labeled RV2. You can read there. So this one is for adjusting AM depth of modulation, and I lowered it. I lower the threshold a little bit because it was modulating a bit too much, over 100%. This is the FM deviation. I put it at 1.5 kilohertz for now, as was written in the box. And the third one is a squelch threshold, and I lowered the threshold to make it a bit more sensitive. In fact, you can hear the tone. We are on FM now. I'm sending a tone. Let me get the deviation to 1.5 kilohertz. Okay. So now now as I vary the level, you can hear the squelch, the threshold opening and closing. Okay. So let me get on the threshold. If I remove the carrier, is silent, and if we take out the squelch, we got the volume. Okay, so as we raise the threshold to silence the background noise, and we can hear a almost minus 120, and now it's gone. Before was opening at minus 110, but I will check again when I get the cable to check the SINET or signal to noise as is specified in the box. Okay, so to recap: AM or FM deviation, AM depth modulation, squelch threshold. Also, I was able to tweak the power, the final stages, final filters a little bit, and the power now is a little bit better. So let me see, we're on transmitter test on channel 20. There we go. So 3.14 watts, and on low power I think it's 550, something like that. Yeah, 500 milliwatts, that's fine. Still with external power, 12 volts. Let's see if we go up in volts a little bit. 12.5. 12.5. 3.5. 3.5. Let's simulate. I don't know. Some. I don't know. 9 batteries. 1.2 will be 10.8. Let's simulate 10.8. 10.8 on low power. We got 370 milliwatts, and on high power 2.3. Okay, so probably with batteries we'll be around 2 watts, which is okay. It would have been better to have 3 or 4 watts, but better than nothing, better than 1. So yeah, that's it. The rest is working well. I'll have another general look to see if I can improve something else. Oh, I changed the wire, one of the 2 wires for the microphone. Replaced it with a new one. Yeah, that's it. The frequency is jumping a little bit up and down, but it's not really a big issue on AM FM is 70 Hz down. Probably I will tweak a little bit to be up higher, a little bit higher than the channel frequency, so when it drifts, but just few tenths of hertz. Okay, so general final look, and then I will close it again. Hopefully I can, as I said before, find a picture of the inside, because I saw some resistors around which I don't know why they're there. I suspect that they're there for some reason, but not from the factory. Don't know, not sure. Anyway, as long as it works. Okay, so the radio is back in one piece, nice and clean. I'm gonna switch it on now. Would be nice to modify the battery. There's a big battery case. If one could put a different battery pack with the modern technology, something providing 12 volts or such with a bigger capacity. So as you can see, the channel down button is working very nicely, as well as the up one. Let's go on channel 20. You can switch off the light, power level, FM, and the squelch. Okay, I'm gonna test it now. My girlfriend is using the other portable CB. I'm gonna go down with the dog and test it. Okay, so now I'm down in the garden, walking the dog, and channel 20 AM. My girlfriend is up in the apartment, and I will call her. Prontos? Estás aí? Prontos? Prova? Estás aí?
Estou aqui.
Muito bem, ouve-se muito bem. Ok, agora passa na FM.
Done.
Ok, mais umas palavrinhas.
Sim, estou aqui.
FM mode. Ok, obrigadíssimo. Tchauzinho.
Tchauzinho, até a próxima.
Okay, that was me and my girlfriend talking in Portuguese, because she's Portuguese. But anyway, the radio is working fantastic, AM, FM. The only thing she told me, she was filming, and I will check as I go upstairs. She told me the FM is a little low, so it might be that I need to readjust the FM deviation. Okay, but basically, overall, I'm loving this radio. Really, I'm loving it. I bought it for 20 years, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna give it a try and see conditions, if it works, and I can maybe sell it again. I can play with it a little bit and sell it again, maybe for 10 or 20 more. But I'm really loving this radio, so it might be that I will keep it for 20 euros. I don't need the money to live, so it might be that I'll keep it. Who knows? But anyway, very happy so far. Thanks everybody for watching. Hope that's been interesting for some of you, and all the best. 73s from me and my new INTEK HANDYCOM 55S.